Excellent, excellent.
Yes.
All right, we're live. Thank you for joining the Untitled podcast with Mr. Classholes, Engelharth, 40 Mike, and me, Stabby. And without further ado, we're going to go into quality entertainment.
Oh, the quality.
Quality entertainment.
We actually have people watching us for some strange-ass reason.
Yeah, if you made the mistake of tuning in, you don't know why.
You should leave now.
You should probably go now.
You ain't welcome here, boy.
You're on the wrong side of town.
Oh yeah, are you not white? Please leave.
Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna.
Jesus.
Oh God, that's
Is that racist enough?
Almost.
That's
I
all.
can taste it from the other
We'll
room
work on
because we live in the same place.
What are we looking at?
Okay, so I have put together a little PSA informing the
Pronounced
public not
Pshaw.
to walk and chew. It's called "Don't Walk and Chew." This is made by the Sir Walter Classhole Foundation in collaboration with the Center for Disease Control and Mothers Against Walking and Chewing.
Really? CDC. Wow.
Yeah,
I'm
the
impressed.
CDC. Totally.
All right.
Totally support me.
Shout out to
100%.
Walking Dead.
Yep.
Yep, not at all parody.
So the 411 on chewing gum. We've all heard that time-honored adage about walking and chewing bubble gum. You know, walking and chewing bubble gum has become as American as apple pie. It's practically overtaken baseball as America's pastime. It's so
Never.
It's so American. We should engrave "When walking, we chew" on the money.
Should we?
Yeah, we should absolutely do that.
That's an official proposal, by the
it's
way.
Where should we engrave that, out of curiosity?
Oh, it was supposed to be on the cents, but whatever. Dollars and cents.
Okay, on our money.
We
Okay.
can just print it. I mean, engraving's an option also. Probably not the best. So, let's face
Earth
the
is
fact.
hiding his face in
Our
shame.
paper.
Yum 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 yum.
Did you also have the bottom of your face consumed in an acid accident? Is
Yep.
that why? Oh, cool.
Or he's doing a
That's
serum.
why it burned off my beard.
So let's face objective, empirical facts. Number one, gum is fucking disgusting. The mouth is the second dirtiest place on the body, behind the backs of your ears, which you never clean. And harboring something within it is plain gross. Not to mention the strong odor you're making everybody in a room smell.
I'm sorry.
Really?
I'm so sorry.
Gum makes you look like a fucking idiot. If you wanna look like a cow chewing on their cud, then by all means put a piece of that nasty, smelly shit in your mouth and chew away, bitch.
I will.
3, gum is dangerous,
Ooh.
and not just because of the health risks caused when your ignorant ass leaves it under some table or bench or the sidewalk, etc., etc.
Also causes lockjaw.
So be very afraid of this. Walking and chewing leads to the non-erotic asphyxiation
Oh.
of over
Oh,
10
wow.
bajillion Americans each year, according to my dad.
Jillian. That's pretty long.
Then, in a recent survey, 9 in 10 Americans admitted to walking while chewing. I saw one of
I
those
have.
chart thingies one time that said children as low as 6 are beginning to walk and chew.
Oh, blasphemy.
And gum commercials, glorifying walking and chewing, often target adolescents to build a new, super powerful consumer base whom they can suck the life force out of.
Yeah, I can see that.
I've actually seen people running while chewing gum, which I'm sure is
Terrible.
even more dangerous.
And disgusting, not to mention. I bet they put it under a
I've come across
bench.
people dancing and chewing gum. It's just sickening.
It's everywhere.
It's really a problem we need to solve in America. So what can you do to solve this issue? 1, just quit chewing altogether. Okay? Gum use can lead
Everything?
to nastiness, smug
food?
disposition, assholery,
Absolutely.
and addiction.
Assholery sounds like a gay bar.
Yeah.
Welcome to the assholery. Would you like a beer?
Yes, I would get sick.
And if you absolutely must chew, if you've already been addicted, if you've already fallen for the false advertising that they sell to adolescents, then don't walk while you do it. Okay, studies find that the average gum chewer does not possess the dexterity and coordination to both walk and chew gum at the same time. Figures. And then 3, you have to go and petition your state legislatures to regulate against gum use. I think a fair punishment, and this is, just spitballing here, but would be the death penalty or 50 canings.
It's a very reasonable of your
Or
class. Considering the source, I'd say that's extremely reasonable.
How about 50 canings and the death penalty?
Just to finish him off
That's the both
afterwards.
worlds, right? Yeah.
That seems like
yeah.
a kindness, though. Like at the end, do you really want to put them out of the misery? You
No,
just want to
no,
rub like
no.
fat and ash over the wounds so that
I
they stop
don't.
bleeding and they definitely scar up real well.
We're talking about
yeah.
policy here. Me, I never stop the caning.
Okay, good.
Nice to know that you're not a quitter.
Thank you.
Gotta put your wrist in it, man.
So number 4, go door to door. That rhyming was not on purpose. I'm sorry.
So,
So
Dr.
go-
Seuss is going to sue you. You realize that, right? He's going to show up, hit you with a fish, and be like, "It's time to go to court, bitch."
Wait, that was great.
So go door to door and shame any neighbors you see chewing gum. Do they hate children? They must if they're chewing gum.
I know I do. Fucking kids.
Chewy?
Number 5 is join FU. That is former chewers anonymous, because we force you to provide your name, address,
Wow.
social security number before each testimony. Not at all like AA. We
Or
really
NA
need
or
that personal info for.
If you ever have to get stuck at one of the anonymous meetings, I recommend MA, Marijuana Users Anonymous, because his stories are way better than any of the other ones.
Probably way more laid back, too.
Oh, they're much more relaxed. A lot more snacks, too.
Do you have to believe in Jesus to quit?
You can actually consider yourself or your intellect the higher power.
Which I do.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, I got sidetracked by that because
I'm your god now, bitches.
I like the concept of an anonymous meeting where they literally are like, name, rank, and serial number.
number 6, slap a bitch. Also, slant rhyming, not at all. I didn't consider that when I was making it. I'm sorry for offending anyone that I have. But the next time you see someone chewing their stupid human cud, just wind back and fucking slap that nasty table ruiner
Table
out
ruiner.
of their. Yeah, I'm talking about the gum out of their bitch mouth.
Or,
Oh, man.
slap a bitch is just
Goddamn.
good common sense in general.
If you really don't like gum.
Fuck it.
So that's the end of the presentation. Hold on.
Contact.
Alright,
You
I'm
need
back.
it out.
Oh, is that-
So here's my contact info. The health director is Hobbs Moneybags at the Chewing Inquisition. Yeah, the Chewing Inquisition at fu.com.
no one expected
And then you have bureaucrat Bill at it puts the gum in the fucking basket at cdc.com.
Or else he gets the hose again.
So it is at this point we will take any questions.
Oh, that's wonderful. Did you realize that I put gum in my mouth and started chewing it around the beginning of your presentation?
You know, I realize your addiction, and I want you to know that I'm there for you.
Just
So
And
does
you
it
will-
matter
and
which
you will
side of the
suffer
hand
horribly.
I slap?
I prefer right hand to the back, or just whatever
There you
dominant
go.
hand you have. Just
Okay,
like-
because I'm more of a left hand. I mean, I can bring it
Okay,
down a little harder.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just want to like cut
Yeah.
down, do a downward
Because, I mean-
chop.
The back hand's strong. I mean, you got to keep your pin pan strong too.
Which hand do you pitch with?
Left.
Okay, that's
Yep.
the one you need to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. So,
I would think that
okay.
the strongest hand be the one you rub it out with most.
Okay, then that's
Yeah, that
cool.
too. Well, when I said pitch, what did you
Switch
think?
hitter, baby.
No, we thought you see he plays baseball, so we thought you literally
Oh.
meant pitch.
No, that's insane. That's
Don't
like
always expect innuendo with mine.
sports and stuff. I don't know about that.
No one ever expects the innuendo.
I could tell you that Mr. Spock died, but I can't tell you anything about fucking baseball or some shit.
Mr.
I got-
Spock died? Was that
I'll
in
get that
an
all covered,
episode?
man.
Was that an
Not in
episode?
the movies.
No, not in the. Yes, he did die in the show, but no, I'm not talking about the show. He's actually dead.
Oh,
Oh, Leonard
It
Nimoy
was a
died?
sad day.
He's actually dead. Yep.
No
Yeah, he's
fucking
gone,
way.
man.
Unless he
Yep.
grabbed some guy's face and transferred his soul into him at which point, if Khan uses the Genesis device, we can then go watch
February
the movies.
27th,
Just go watch the
2015.
movies.
That sucks, man.
Yeah,
Now who's going to sing If I Had a Hammer?
or the
Copyright infringement.
who's gonna sing the Bilbo song or whatever it is.
What?
The Bonobo song? I don't know. I've never heard that. But
Really? That's a thing. Go look up Leonard Nimoy and this
I'll
is
have to do
years
that.
ago. Not the recent Hobbit. Old school Hobbit, like 70s Hobbit.
Oh, yeah,
Did
yeah.
they
I
have
don't remember.
afros back
the
then,
animated
the
Hobbit.
hobbits?
I like that better
Yeah.
than the new movies. The new movies are garbage, essentially.
Go that
Now I'm kind of imagining a bunch of
No.
hobbits
The new
in
movies
a,
are fucking garbage. They made characters up and added storylines that didn't exist in the original book. They basically, it's just Peter Jackson went up and was like, "Oh, look at this big hole. I'm going to stick my dick in it, and I'm going to fuck this whole thing up for everybody that's a fan of the
This
books."
is Hollywood. How can you be surprised that has in fact happened?
Oh, I'm not surprised because I could barely watch the first three movies. What is that?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the
Awesome
Rings
trilogy.
series.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they were okay, but they left out the entire end of the story that made the whole point of it, like why they even left the Shire in the first place.
Shh.
Yeah.
Don't give
The part where they
don't
come
give away
back
the
and their hometown is in.
No, don't give away the end. No.
Yeah, spoiler.
Who cares? Wait, this is Lord of the Rings you're talking about, right? Not the Hobbit. Well, I actually could care less about the Hobbit.
Same fucking
I haven't
Lord of the
seen any
Rings.
of those movies, and
I watched
never
the
liked
first
them.
one, and I'm not watching any more of them.
Yeah,
It's the same fucking thing.
Smog
Yeah.
can go Smog.
They
Smog.
really
Go
Schmaug.
second.
They
Oh,
really fucked up on that second one.
completely changed Bard's character.
Yeah.
The guard was like well respected and the leader of the guard in the town. That's why everybody liked him. There was the mayor was a little bit of a money grubber, but not like some crazy psychotic like dictator. It's just like they were
Well,
like,
and it's like they totally fucked the ending for the second movie. It's like you should have ended that in like a totally different fucking place than where you decided to.
oh yeah,
Now you're
absolutely.
You basically just made the second movie like completely fucking useless in this trilogy by doing what they did.
And now nobody's watching the
Good job.
podcast because if we had any viewers, they're fucking done.
Oh, they're here, dude.
Dude, I
Oh,
passed
dang.
out
Welcome,
there.
elves
That was
and
awful.
dwarves.
Dare you smack talk Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
All right.
Smack that gum out of your mouth.
I'm actually a fan of the movies. I accept that they're going to be different from the books.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
could handle the Lord of the Rings. I
I'd
could
rather-
handle the
I think-
Hobbit.
I think books are better adapted into TV shows like Game of
Oh
Thrones.
man, how come this shit never happened to me when I was in high school?
Yeah, we missed this. It was in 2014, and I'm like, these are some wonderful ladies, and frankly, I don't understand why they would arrest them
Yeah.
and not offer them an award.
Yeah, they should be able to deduct that on their
Medals.
taxes since due to the charity work or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh god.
How big,
Police
okay,
say,
so you're a teacher. How big of a fucking loser do you have to be like, I'm going to get into a threesome with one of my high school students?
he was a football player. He was part of the popular crowd.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's
I
Shelley
want-
Dufresne
That's
and
insane.
Rachel Respis or whatever. Were charged. I love the charges because this is in Louisiana,
Carnal
so they don't
knowledge.
just like charge them with rape. It's with carnal knowledge of a
Carnal
juvenile,
knowledge.
contributing to the delinquency of a juvenile, and indecent behavior with a juvenile. Like they don't just have like you molested some kid.
The problem was he was 16.
Yeah, police said a student who was 16 at the time
That's the problem.
went to one of the teacher's apartments after a football game on September 12th. He then apparently had sex with him until the early morning hours of September 13th, which you got to be like,
Oh.
dude, I understand why they slept with him because that's a long fucking time.
Literally a long fucking time.
Yeah. Well, you would imagine the game would probably end around 7, maybe 8 o'clock.
I'd
Give
go
an
as
hour of
late as
travel
9 or
time.
10.
Their badges were like completely raw at that point.
Yeah, I mean, that must have
Right.
been at least 3 to 4 hours of consistently, like, just pumping away. That's pretty fucking impressive. That's porn star style.
Yeah.
That's better than, like, the 10 minutes that most, like, wives expect from their husbands before they just finally get the fuck off of them. It's always rape. It's never actually sex. It's always rape, I should say. He raped them, really. Because he's a man, and they're women.
yeah, he's a
and
man.
women don't want sex. Cause,
Yeah, they really didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, they go on to like say a bunch of other shit like how long they were teachers, and like this one guy's like, I'm outraged. I'm like, you're fucking dumb. You tell me that 16-year-old kid was like, oh, this is horrible. This is the worst day of my life.
Yeah. That's going to be like the most glorious day of his life for quite a while, I imagine.
Oh, well, that's how they caught him. He was bragging about like bagging 2 teachers to like other people in school.
Well, yeah.
That guy's probably hot at the school.
Which is why if you're out there, if you're gonna fuck somebody, fuck one of the nerdy kids. They're smart enough to keep the damn mouth shut.
Are they?
You also got the ones that might not want to share anything because they might want to go back to it later.
Well, they're smart enough to know better, you know.
So we're all
I was going to say,
terribly
if you're banging 2 of your teachers, you are legally obligated to inform everyone of that immediately.
No, I would keep that shit to myself. I would never tell that. Not until it didn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen.
You go for one of the seniors.
If you're banging a single girl in high school, you're fucking going around bragging about it. 2 teachers, the temptation to brag about it must be immense.
Oh yeah.
Especially, I mean, they didn't look half bad, so I can only imagine that it's.
Oh yeah, they're pretty decent looking teachers.
Yeah.
That's like the ultimate trump card in any
you get 2 of them.
Any argument. I fucked 2 teachers, and there's no response to that. You can drop the mic and walk away at that point.
Drop the mic.
So anyway,
those are Louisiana 10s though. Let me make that clear. This was in Louisiana.
They're on a different scale.
Yeah, that was definitely 10s. For 24 and 34, that's pretty fucking.
God.
I mean, I'd fuck a couple Planos if you got 2 of them. You know. You add the numbers together to get the end result.
all right. So I have
Go for a 7 and a 7. We got a 14. All right.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, you're banging a 10, 14 right here, bitch. Yeah, they're not much to look at.
I think that's why Saints fans started wearing.
Awesome.
Wow.
I think that's why Saints fans started wearing paper bags on their heads. It's because they're ugly. But yeah, this is a great, happy story that I found. So 400 men valiantly took themselves out of the gene pool by cutting off their testicles because they believed it was
Darwin
Victory Day.
Yes, that is probably the best idea someone has ever had.
There are a
If
few
you
things
think that it is a good idea to cut off your testicles for the sake of religion, please do so, because the idea of reproducing should not be in that set.
Why did God give them balls in the first place?
Just so they can cut them off.
If he doesn't want you to have balls, you won't have fucking balls, okay?
No, that's one thing I've talked about with like some religious people. Like I'm like, well, if God knows everything, and God's all powerful, then nothing you do could really offend God because He already knew it was going to happen, and He made it happen.
Yeah, and He purposely made you to do it that way.
Yeah, why make faggots if you don't like them?
But I will say there are few things in the world that will convince 400 people to cut off their balls. But God,
that man should be given a ticker tape parade. Like we need to take that motherfucker out and like
he's worth $40 million estimated, so he's got enough money to pay for it himself. But yeah, I've already sent him a thank you card on behalf of us.
I mean, are they sure he's really a guru and not just like a really, really fucked up troll?
What is the difference?
To be honest, really not a lot. Except
show me the difference. Exactly.
So I went ahead and voted happy for us. I'm sure that's satisfactory.
Yeah, I'd go with shocked. Or
I
happy.
would go with shocked for sure, but definitely, happy is like a close second.
Yeah.
It's a mix of shock and happy,
because
but I think it's
happy.
Overwhelmingly happy, though.
I don't know, because you feel sad for them, but it's sad because
nope,
like,
I didn't feel any no.
I admit I do feel a little bit bad. It's like maybe they wouldn't have cut off their own balls if they hadn't been tricked by the guy.
Yeah, maybe they would have procreated and then made super religious kids that were gonna add to India's already swelling population.
That's the other side.
If I ever meet that dude, I'm shaking his hand because that's 400 wins for Darwin. Like you, sir, propelled Darwin into the highest of ranks.
They collectively won the Darwin Award for this year. I think hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, really, we should just go put them out of their misery as they come forward, just as a general, improvement of the IQ of the population. Because
And
how
for
fucking dumb do you gotta be?
Pretty, actually.
And
Well,
for you people that think that you're religious, yeah, you're not. Look at what these people did.
Yeah, those motherfuckers cut their balls off for
Guys need
religion.
to step
That's
it up.
impressive.
Better get to proving some shit. That's all.
Hey, whatever happened
Behind,
to,
that's all I'm saying.
Mr. Militia?
You may want to cut the balls off now.
Mr. Militia?
Yeah, I
Militia.
miss our resident militia on the camera.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh,
no,
yeah, what the fuck?
People
Where's
are up and they don't knock. So
Oh.
Oh, okay. You gotta
So-
barricade your door.
Yeah,
It's their fault they're on the internet on our show of all shows.
Yeah, seriously. And Mike,
Awful
man, you
show.
gotta get yourself a camera.
Oh, I'm totally working on it.
I call
Here.
bullshit.
You hear how hard I'm
Bullshit.
working on it?
Yeah, he's obviously right on that. This is
That's
amazing.
probably not what I think it is.
Oh,
DEA warns of stoned rabbits if Utah passes medical marijuana.
like rabbits
Nice.
that get.
This is
Hold
literally
on.
exactly
Hold on.
what you think it is, Hearth.
Hold on. Does it mean they're
Nice.
gonna throw rocks at them until they're dead?
No.
Does it
This
mean
is-
that Medusa has turned them to stone?
No.
Okay. Continue.
This is literally the DEA showed up to argue in this state senate or state Congress of or in front of the Utah State panel. Derp, 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 yep. And he literally was telling them that one of the problems they'll have, and this was a big thing he thought really, was that rabbits will eat part of the marijuana crop and then just get stoned and wander around where they shouldn't be and become pests. Because-
Okay, first of all, rabbits are pests, regardless of the THC content in their blood. Have I mentioned I hate rabbits so much?
Okay.
they're just
So,
they're so
I want to
hateable.
throw this out there. Across this great nation of ours, even though marijuana is illegal, people grow it like all the time,
Yeah.
all over the place. And animals, especially deer, are known to get into the pot plants and eat them.
That'd be actually a really funny
For
sight.
some reason,
Stoned-ass
we
deer.
haven't noticed that this is a huge problem yet.
I remember,
But I'm sure that once the rabbits get a hold of it, you know how the rabbits are.
Reefer madness. So apparently one of the things it does is it removes their natural instincts to run, and there's so few rabbits
No.
that they're going to be extinct. No.
It
I was
doesn't.
thinking, really, no, think about this. This just means there's going to be
they're
a
more
lot of
paranoid.
stoners
They're
having
more
a
likely
lot of
paranoid.
rabbits. Like
They
you
can
just
actually catch rabbits now.
and pet them, and that's just the worst thing in the possible world.
oh yeah, it's a
No,
nightmare.
I disagree with the premise. If they're on pot, they're going to be more paranoid, and they're going to run away even more.
Well, this is empirical evidence. He said one of them refused to leave us, and we took all the marijuana around him, but his natural instincts to run were somehow gone. Because he's not even
marijuana.
arguing with facts. He's just arguing with the typical this is weed just makes you really dumb, man. Just makes you really, really dumb.
Yeah,
Essentially,
guess
it's
what?
going to make the rabbits really, really dumb, man, and they're not going to run away, and they're all going to get eaten because we like the rabbits, man.
It turns out that if you provide food for rabbits over a long period of time, they don't want to leave that area.
I love this.
Can't
Somebody put
figure
a
out
point.
why.
Somebody put a point that's because the DA was testifying about backcountry marijuana grows, things that are hidden out in the woods. And somebody was putting down, somebody's counterpoint was backcountry marijuana grows are a direct result of marijuana's illegal status. If
Yep.
you're concerned about the environmental impact of these grows, as an alternative is to legalize it and regulate the
Legalize
plant so
it.
people can grow it on farms and in their gardens rather than on remote mountainsides.
And
Completely
people would,
nonsensical. That doesn't
and
make any
people
sense at
would
all.
much prefer to do that because you can control the environment that way, and your marijuana becomes better. But the reason people don't do that is because if they find it at your house, you're fucked. So
Let's not
you
even
gotta
get
grow
started.
shitty weed outside somewhere.
Let's not even get started on the nationwide epidemic of catnip abuse. That's how it kind of ends.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's classic.
This
and you
kind of
can grow
reminds me
catnip
of a
right now.
I feel like this has got to be a spoof article.
No, this is the
I hope
Washington Post, dude.
You'd think so.
This might actually still be a
The
spoof
Washington
article.
Post.
That seems
His
a bit
Washington
too fucking
Post
crazy.
is a
for
real article.
He's not even saying think about the children. He's literally saying But
Think about the bunny rabbits, man.
Yeah.
Those poor little bunny
And
rabbits.
Google Fiber will be all extra slow if it gets on the
Oh
phone.
man, this is why I love the internet. You can't keep facts away from people, like the facts that marijuana is relatively safe and harmless for most people.
Yeah.
You
That
just,
reminds me of
just can't be hidden anymore. They're not even trying. They're not like, oh, it's gonna kill the kids and fucking all that shit.
Well, yeah, there's like Nancy
It'll kill the
Grace, but
rabbits.
she's way off in TV land somewhere.
Hello, TV
That
land.
reminds me of a
understand.
story though from
This is a fact
like
to
the
these people.
1600 or the 16th century, where some Danish scientists thought it would be funny to bring a moose into the Danish king's court and get it drunk.
Which it was.
So he just brought it in, gave it a bunch of beer, and was like having it dance around and stuff. And eventually, it fell down the stairs and died.
Oh, are you talking about Tycho Brahe?
Yeah, Tycho Brahe.
His
Yeah,
elk? Yeah. He had a dwarf, too.
I bet he did.
He's a pretty
Crazy.
interesting scientist.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
completely insane.
I want my drunk elk.
He
and,
lost
dwarf.
he lost his nose in a duel over a math problem.
Oh yeah, and he had to wear the golden nose.
That's insane. It's like, even if you got your nose cut off and you won the duel, it's like, the math problem is the math problem, regardless of the duel. Like, you
Yeah,
didn't
like it's
prove
got a
anything.
solution, and that solution is simply the solution. There's no arguing over it.
No, but if you cut his nose off, then that's the right answer, apparently. I didn't... Like, how does that work?
Well, there's a lot of situations in which I think violence is the correct answer. I'm just saying.
Store.
Like if somebody
Pretty
else
much all
has
the
different
time.
beliefs than you and they won't change theirs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I hate when that happens, when people
could
just
also
don't
Just
submit
cut
to
their
my
balls
will.
off.
Or if you see somebody littering, you should probably curb stomp them. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just reasonable.
God.
Just like
Well,
they say today, it made a good point. Violence is the answer when you see
People that talk
someone.
in theaters should be eating their cell phones.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nah, I don't know. That's pretty true, actually.
Did you guys, any of you guys alive long enough to actually remember The Perfect Storm? The movie The Perfect Storm?
no,
Yes.
I remember the Simpsons episode that parodied it.
It wasn't a very good movie.
Everything's parodied the perfect fucking storm now.
And it wasn't a really good movie, but it essentially like one dude just kind of floating in the water, making his goodbyes in his head, but out loud and for the sake of the film.
For the audience.
Like just saying goodbye to his wife. And so in the middle of that speech, at the very end of the movie, when you're like, oh, well, this is the best part ever because I didn't really care for these characters anyway, and they're finally dying. And now I get to hear them whining about how their life is so miserable. This cunt gets up in the back and just answers his fucking phone and is like, oh, yeah, I'm just watching a movie. No, it's not a big deal. It's almost over.
It's a big deal. Shut your fucking mouth.
I was too young at that point to really consider beating the shit out of him. But like now, like in my advanced age, I probably would have gone back and just like grabbed his phone out of his hand and broken it. just fuck that.
I went to Selma, which is a movie about Martin Luther King. So it was like 90% black people in there, and Jesus Christ, the whole time there was talking. I mean, it was
No
a
racism from class though.
It wasn't even a movie at that point. It was like a social gathering with a movie playing in the background.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't understand what it is about some people in the theaters where they're like I have like family members who will just sit there and talk at me like during movies in a theater, and I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
We both just watched that. You don't need to tell me about that scene. Don't fucking talk during the movie. There's a whole bunch of people.
They have to keep jacking the price up of the movie so it's super, super, super unreasonable so that nobody dares waste their money.
I think they should do it. There's a couple places in Texas where they basically, it's like a restaurant in a theater, and so they'll serve you your meals and all that stuff before the movie starts.
Alamo Draft House.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's starting to spread.
I love
encourage it to spread
the
further.
Alamo Draft House.
But yeah, like that concept, because I think if they have a whole restaurant theater thing, it's much easier for them to kick people out for not following certain rules.
Yeah.
Because you have more staff and it's more like upper class, and there's you paid for a meal and a film.
I just don't go to theaters anymore. It's like there's so many people in there, and it only takes one fucking asshole to ruin it for like everyone.
I've found
yeah, fuck it, I'll watch a bootleg or wait till it comes out on DVD.
I found that if you wait like 2 or 3 weeks and it's still in theaters, then it's okay because you'll have maybe 4 other people in the theater and you can sit far enough away that you don't have to worry about it.
And then at that point, I can wait a couple months and get it on DVD.
Well, but you know,
for the same price, yeah.
You can tune out the sounds of a blowjob pretty easily while you're watching an action flick if it's like, you know, really good graphics.
Well, yeah, but I can't unerect my boner.
Well, yeah, but they're not going to notice if you jack off either, so it should work out.
Oh, they will.
They'll hear the little sound of the.
Remember
Like
Pee Wee Herman?
you get like the lotion.
Well, it depends on if you're sitting behind them in the theater or in front of them, because behind them it's like, well, it's not my fault. You guys seem to want to have that stuff on you anyway.
It also depends if you get up on the stage and do it in front of everyone. But
No, from actual personal experience, working at a theater, people are very courteous about being all the way back and into the corner.
Yeah, generally when I've seen people
that's good.
fucking or something in a theater, it's always all the way in the very back.
Yeah.
don't mind him. That's just Crazy Eyes Joe. Just let him go in the corner and he'll leave in about 15 minutes. Do not engage. Do not look him directly in the eye.
He just
Oh,
goes because it's a nice dark place.
If it wasn't illegal to take your video camera into theaters, there would have been so many fun confrontations. What are you doing? I'm filming you. Why? You're in public.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm going to kick your ass. Not with your pants around your ankles. I'll get away. Like, thanks for the free porn. I'm going to go put this on Reddit, man. No. But yeah, it's illegal to take cameras in the theaters. I don't want to bootleg that. That's a shitty copy of a movie. Somebody else out there probably found like the fucking, pre-release copy that some star got or whatever. You know?
Oh, yeah, they're really high-quality torrents out there, so definitely don't try to bootleg a movie.
Well, and then, like, what the punishment you can get for bootlegging, it's not like I'm even going to get paid for bootlegging it.
Yeah.
Anyway, off of that content, it's just getting weird.
What are we looking at? Weird.
Well, it got weird. So Class and I had seen this video regarding, there's actually a game, what is it called? Social Justice Warrior or something like that?
Yeah.
Yay.
And it's literally like you're a character on a computer fighting another guy on another computer via like text-based chat forums.
That's awesome.
It just seems so dumb.
How do you win?
You don't win. I don't know. I didn't watch to the end, but I'm fairly
I think
sure that nobody
you just
wins.
kind of wear the troll down until you, when he gets worn down and dies or something, dies a horrible death, then it moves up to the next level of troll.
Because anyone who disagrees with them, they're just trolls.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely,
No one ever has a legitimate point to raise against them because we all know they're 100% correct.
Yeah, well, and it looks like you have reputation and sanity. So, like, I guess you lower their sanity and reputation to the bottom, and then nobody believes or cares about them anymore.
That should be maxed the fuck out because all the social justice warriors are insane.
Let's see what we got here.
Oh yeah, you can't argue with social justice warriors on media. You just fuck with them. I mean, it'd be nice if you could have a reasonable discussion, but they're ideologues. They're not. It's like a religion to them.
Yeah, they're not open to evidence. They've got the right conclusion.
Yeah.
All hail Almighty God.
I like this. Game called Social Justice Warriors on the PAX floor, show floor, was that it was the first in an incoming wave of games decrying the social justice movement in the gaming community, a term I dislike for the smug superiority it implies. Well, if you don't want us to imply that social justice warriors are smug and have a superiority issue, then maybe they should stop fucking acting like it.
Yeah. Oh no! One of the options in there is reply with a witty retort. That's like one of your
attacks.
Moves. Yeah, your attack. Then you say something smug and you end up
that for 98 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. This game seems awful. Like, I mean, I watched the play and it was pretty awful. Like, it's not worth downloading and playing.
This isn't the first game. Like, Hatred was probably the first game to be like actively against these people. Not this.
Oh yeah, well that's because it's like, hey, freedom of speech, cunts.
Yeah.
Like, we get to do what we want. You don't get to not be offended. Freedom to not be offended doesn't fucking exist because it's completely unrealistic.
Yeah, and if you disagree with them, then they cry about freedom of speech and how you're stopping them from having freedom of speech by disagreeing with them on a public forum that anyone can read.
but they get people fired for having different opinions. I mean, talk about fucking violation of freedom of speech. The government has a responsibility to protect freedom of speech. There should be laws protecting your speech when you're not at work. If you think about it, but by definition, that's somebody forcing you not to be able to talk.
Well, if your job is like, hey, these social justice warriors don't like you, and now you're fired, there's a problem there.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's happening on a regular basis.
It's not the person getting fired.
Yeah, they're getting fired because the social justice warriors are like, well, this person says some stuff we don't like. It shouldn't even matter what you say.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I hate people who are racist cunts, if you make a bunch of racist comments, you have the right to say what you want to say.
Just
now, and if it's not while you're at work, your work should have absolutely no say in what you're doing in your spare time.
At your job, you do your fucking job, and as long as you do it well, then that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that obviously the line crosses if you start sharing your opinion like that while at work.
Yeah, no, that's different. Totally different.
That's kind of the obvious line in the same.
Representing, like Walmart says.
Yeah, if you're representing the company in some way.
And that's the issue that I find, or that's the thing I find with a lot of law enforcement, is because even outside of the uniform, they're still technically peace officers, so they still technically represent whatever department they work for. So it's like 24/7, you have to hold yourself to a particular standard.
And that's pretty ridiculous. Like I want cops to, like if a cop is a super racist dude, he should be able to let his hair down on the weekend with his buddies, grab a couple beers, burn some black people. I mean, that's pretty reasonable. Oh wait, no, I forgot. That's not actually reasonable.
That was a lowercase t for tolerance.
Oh, whoops! I got that. I get confused sometimes, guys. I'm sorry.
Bad.
Not a cross.
Oh man,
that's so bad.
No, tolerance is good. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it was on fire because we just want to create
fired
a
up
warm.
For tolerance.
No, we want to create a warm environment for everybody.
It burns.
Oh man, tolerance.
They're getting all fired up over there.
Look, well, if the guy didn't want a cross burned on his lawn, he should have moved into a white neighborhood. The uppity black bastard or whatever. Yeah. I don't know what racist comment you make at that point. There's part that fits in that statement, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I love yuppity.
Class. By the way, if you want to throw in a racial slur here or there, by all means, improve my statements.
Class would never do that.
But yeah, no, I just can't stand when Negroes get uppity. Like there's an interracial couple that moved in a couple months ago next to me. Big fat white dude and a really, really black African lady. And their little delinquent mulatto kids were driving their bikes into my garage door the other day. And then riding away before I could get to the door, so...
Oh man, poor Class. That's pretty awful. I don't know how you make it through the day.
I don't even have a legal firearm in this house, so if I were to shoot him, it would be quite a
mulatto on mulatto crime.
You know what you got to do, Class? You got to get yourself a BB gun because it's really hard to find a BB.
I have a Nerf gun.
Oh, there you go. Just run and start shooting kids with Nerf guns. Make it a game.
It only shoots about 7 feet until
cops
the
will shoot you for that.
I mean, probably at max 11 feet if I make a throwing motion with my hand.
What am I looking
but I could probably catch my thing.
Watch it out there.
So I found this thing. This is a real company, and oh my fucking god!
Oh my god! This is the best fucking thing ever. How do I sign up?
This is called Bomb
I don't
Foul?
know how to. I do not know how to dress myself. I'm fashion. I don't have any fashion sense at all.
They should have just called it Mom.
You should just call it Mom, really.
But my mom's.
And essentially, they'll
such
send you a box of clothes.
That's not gonna work.
That's crazy.
Set up to match and make outfits.
How does it work, Stabby?
So you tell them about what you currently wear and what you like. And mind you, we're not sponsored by anybody because there's no fucking way people would pay us to spout off like shit we spout.
That's true.
No custom.
Get awesome clothing that's been personally picked for you by a stylist, which I assume is a Mexican working in a factory.
I assume it's like
I
a
look
factory.
gay like this man right here.
Yeah, and then you look good. You stay on trend.
You look gay.
Ben Sherman, French Connection, specialist brands like Descendant of Thieves and Farm Tactics. I don't really know any of those are.
You have to use the technical term, which is fabulous. You have to.
And
Fabulous.
they cover classic, casual, preppy, hipster.
Oh, I love
Which one
it.
are you?
Oh,
Which
that's
one are you,
fucking.
Art?
I wonder
Is
if
that
how much they had to
Michael-
pay him
Michael
to put that
Cera?
on there. That's how much they had to
Michael
pay him.
Cera, he looks like his mom still dresses him.
Hearth, which one are you?
Let's see.
Me, none of them.
I'm going to
I'm
talk to
like,
you.
they don't have hobo up here.
No, I'm a hoodie and a militia mask all day. And
I wear like
basketball.
sweatpants, sweatshirts, t-shirts. I'm
They need
not
another
even
category for
close to
class.
this.
They
Oh,
need a
that's
category.
Puffy
So,
Combs.
Stabby, you have kind of a
I don't know
I
who that
gave
is,
up
but he's
on
probably
life look.
famous. Yeah,
They
my
need
look
like
is
a-
just
they
like,
need like a
you know,
terrorist
bargain bin at
section.
Walmart or something. We
What's
love
the
customers
terrorist?
and they love us too. I don't care. There's a bunch of cocksuckers that are telling them why they're awesome.
So none of those people know how to dress themselves. Is basically what
Yep.
that says.
Sounds about right.
We'll send you clothing within your
people.
price range, but items are inaccessible, $69 on average. So
Oh,
I assume
yeah.
this is extremely expensive. I'm assuming by items they mean like each piece of clothing in here is $69 a pop. So we're all too poor for this, but
Oh,
we can dream.
If only
I
I
don't
was
know.
whiter.
And I would,
Well, let me
I would
see, what's
hope that
pricing?
you did.
No subscription
Yeah,
fees.
69 per item.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, so it is. It's literally like, and it looks like they'll send you like 4 or 5. So you got to be rich to get this.
But you'll be
So
really well dressed from now
Yeah,
on.
well, essentially having mama dress you.
My
Yeah,
mom
right.
my mom does not have the fashion sense of a French expert Mexican guy.
A
So-
gay guy.
Let's be honest. It's either a
Gay guy.
Chinese factory worker or a Mexican factory worker or an Indian factory worker that's making those clothing choices.
They also have to be
Filipino.
gay. Definitely gay.
Don't
Gay is
forget
a
the
J
Filipino.
word.
It's like the only place they can work because they're normally what do you call it? Countries don't allow homosexuals, right?
Yeah, that's how they
Oh,
express
is that
it
a
instead
thing?
of fucking somebody in the ass. They pick out other people's clothes in America.
Yeah.
But
Come to
it's
America.
fabulous.
When you can
Yeah,
pick
that's
out clothing
great.
without being beaten up in the streets.
Think about that. These people are being paid to pick out clothes for other people in another country.
I know it's fucking unreasonable.
That's like these people are so rich that they are paying us to pick out their clothes for them.
All right, I'm looking for. Oh, there we
We live
go.
in wacky world, you know.
Let's see.
cool shit that we can't afford.
Yeah.
Take it away, Stabby.
Take it away.
Oh, by the way, we don't officially endorse that product, but we do
Yeah,
heavily
I
advise
do.
that you click on that little contact us link and spam their email. Just sign it up for
Absolutely.
as
I
many,
think
sign it up
all
for as
of
many
you-
newsletters as you can.
They
all
need
of
to
you
come out
should
with like
buy
the-
their service and make it cheap enough for me to
Yeah.
afford it.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
right.
gonna say. Yeah, the more people that get into it, the lower it'll go. We have
Throw
one
money
viewer,
at
by
it.
the way, and I think it's me.
No, get out of here.
Holy crap, we do?
Get out of here, kid.
Yeah, but it's me.
Proud
I'm
of me.
pretty sure.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Because I
Don't
keep track of
Ruining
the
my
time we've been going.
dreams.
Ooh,
Come
did that
on.
lady get the new
Oh.
dressing thing?
Hey, look, it's me! I love
Well,
me.
hey.
I'm so pretty.
Girl power is back. What are yours today?
So apparently, women are underrepresented in music. I don't know how they come up with this, but they need more of them.
Yeah, I hear about booties all the time. They are like overrepresented.
Yeah, this is, clearly, so I'm not really going to go too far into that because I don't fucking care.
That was a good one.
It was all for that joke.
Jesus Christ.
City forced to allow Reason Station alongside Prayer Station. This is
Whoa.
hilarious. I mean,
Because they
Yeah.
have to treat reason as a religion.
a Detroit suburb that allows a prayer station set up in City Hall must also permit
Yeah,
atheists to set up a Reason Station.
because they have to be neutral, you see. And so
I
that means
kinda
they have
wanna-
to provide a station for every possible religion
Yeah,
that
I
could
want
ever apply.
Or
I want a
here's an
station
idea.
now.
Don't put any stations for any sort of religion
Yeah.
in City Hall because it's City fucking Hall and
Yeah.
government and
Don't
religion
turn
should
City
be separate.
Hall into a dumping ground for your religious crap.
And they should be
basically.
separate. Separation of church and state. It's
Well,
City
that's-
fucking Hall. There's
that's
no
how they
place
get
for
around it.
religion in there.
And the
And have
funny
you
thing
seen
is,
what
they're,
they
you know,
do to further get around this? They will. The atheist display has to be behind the Christian one because that's just where the plot is. Sorry.
Yeah.
They do all sorts of fucked up shit because they really do want religion in the fucking government. They
This
just
is the
want
prayer
their
station.
specific version of religion in the
Love it.
government.
If anything should make you
else.
an atheist, it should be walking in and seeing this prayer station.
Yeah, I'd be
Like,
furious.
that's
if
the
I saw
best
that.
you can afford. Clearly, your religion is poor, and I don't need it.
Oh, they're
I'm
not
switching
poor.
to Islam and getting myself some white slaves on the black market.
Once you become part of their religion, you must give them 10% of your money, or you go to hell.
Yeah,
There you
then
go.
I wonder why they're dressed so badly, even though they have 10% of my money.
But yeah, they don't
Because
go to
they
the
don't
men's
get to
personal
keep it.
stylist.
Because just
They're
like
not going to
in
Bombfell.
Because just like in regular America, there's 1% of people that get to keep all the money.
Okay,
There we
this
go.
next one hurts my brain.
Mom
With
guilty
salt.
of killing 5-year-old son with salt.
With salt.
Yeah, so she was a Munchausen's by proxy, I believe is what it's called, where you get off on the attention your kids have from being sick. And so she was force-feeding concentrations of sodium through his stomach tube
Really?
in order to
Through
keep
the
him
stomach
sick, and it
tube?
eventually killed the kid. Well,
Whoa.
you know, if your mom is Munchausen's by proxy, you're pretty much fucked as a kid. You're going to have all sorts of problems.
God
Yeah, he's
damn.
already on a tube. It's like, that's not enough for you
Hey,
to get
go ahead
attention.
and check that hilarious box for me. I just about lost it. Thank you.
Does
There
she
you
get
go, 4%.
okay? Does she get brutally murdered by people shoving salt down her throat? Because that's
No,
about the
no,
only
I think
thing
she
that I'm
just
going to
goes to
accept
jail.
at this point. That's
Um,
ridiculous.
Yeah, Munchausen by proxy, it actually says at the very end. You know what's funny? I knew that offhand. That's disturbing.
You're
and
an
it's
expert.
So,
Oh yeah, Munchausen's by proxy.
I'm usually not a big follower of the rule of Hammurabi, but goddamn, she needs to die that same way that she killed her kid. That's
Yeah.
just fucked up in the head.
In all honesty, though, it really it would be like it wouldn't be that painful. I mean, you'd be more painful if you skinned her and rubbed her in salt, like
Ugh.
a square at a time.
Ugh.
So if you just take
Well,
off
you
like a
hire me
square
to-
at a time
I
and
just
then
wanted
cover
to
with
be
salt, and you
equal.
just do it from like different areas until it all meets
How
up.
about we just kind of do like an across-the-board blood eagle for just all prisoners who commit these kind of crimes? Like you just get, you get your back cut open, your ribs broken, and then your lungs get placed on the back of your, on what's left of your back, like the folded wings of an eagle. That's why they call it a blood
Oh.
eagle.
So we're going full Mortal Kombat with this, just like end
Yeah.
over end. This.
Let's
I
rip
just
their
say
spines
just
out.
fucking poison them or whatever. Just hit them with a fucking syringe full of whatever.
I will
And be
accept
done with
their
it.
heart
nothing
out.
less than a blood eagle. Oh, and then after you put their lungs on their back, then you wait and you watch them die. You watch them bleed out and
Click on
die
the tough
like
guy.
pigs they are.
God damn.
Click on that tough guy. I love
Wait,
that.
wait.
No, okay.
Carbon monoxide leak at grandma's kills 3 teens.
Oh no! Did they go to grandma's house
Check
for
the
the weekend?
hilarious box.
4 cousins were found unresponsive at their grandmother's home in Troy, Ohio on Friday afternoon.
Oh
After carbon monoxide.
Wow.
And 3 of them have now died. Hey, look, there were girls there.
Oh.
If we'd been there,
Oh.
think of what we could
no!
have done.
Terrible person. Oh my god.
Well,
Are they,
I
I'm going to go ahead and assume they were all black. DJ,
Why would you do that?
Misha,
oh,
Jakia
okay.
Jones, Jakari, Jahari, also spelled Jakari Ward.
How do you spell? How do you
Jakari
replace
Warriors?
that
Is that what you
H
just
with a
said?
K?
Ward.
I don't get that.
I don't know how you spell Jahari with a K. I do
Akari
not.
Warriors.
And
Classic-
Jakia. So yeah, I'm fairly
bad
certain.
game.
Yeah. So definitely hilarious. Maybe even brilliant.
The kids had been
Can't
sick
get
for
over
days.
Yo.
The
I
kids
like
had
that
been
the kids
sick
had
for
been sick
days.
for days and nobody thought like, gosh, what's wrong? Oh,
So let's
man.
put them in the basement.
And then just for my, I don't know what the tough guy cries in mugshot,
Oh,
but that's
I love
just
it.
funny.
Bro,
Okay,
that's
Do a
the-
larger
guy.
image.
This
Yeah,
guy.
it's this guy getting the shit kicked out of him, probably.
He like had a little like social media like tay-to-tay with the police.
Oh, this
And
guy
they were
did?
like- yeah, and they were like, "Hey," they were like tweeting at him like, "Hey, we got your cell ready for you," and they were like getting on his Facebook like, "Hey, could you turn yourself in?" And then he's like posting stuff back like, "Man,
You'll
none
never
of these
get me,
people, you know me,
coppas."
I ain't tripping. You don't know me." And then he like turns himself in a couple days later, and he's like crying, and the police post the crying mugshot on like his Facebook or whatever.
Oh,
And
that's
inform
fucking
everyone
funny
that-
as hell.
He won't be on social media for a while.
Oh, man,
He
that's
may have
fucking
like
funny.
He may
He
have
looks like
assaulted
he's missing a
people,
chromosome
and
somewhere.
an amateur safecracker, and he may have abducted someone, and he's got a whole bunch of stuff that's kind of wrong with him.
He's
He's
pretty much
probably missing a
fucked.
chromosome.
Yeah. Oh, what was it
Missing
in
a
Santa
fucking
Rosa
brain cell.
recently? They arrested a couple guys because they kidnapped some girl and took her to a compound in our
Ooh,
hometown here
compounds.
in Maine,
Maine.
obviously in Maine.
Man,
And
go
so
fighting maniacs.
I thought it was kind of fucked up because I'm just generally kind of a fucked up dude. My first thought was,
by the
where's
way.
the compound? How do I move in? Because clearly there are 2 vacancies.
By the way, a compound
Yours is
has
probably better.
multiple units attached to it. That's what makes a house a compound.
It sounds awesome. I'm going to try to find out what the rent is.
Two houses, and then they're connected by a corridor. Compound.
You could just easily call that a house. The fact that they call it a compound brings with it some weight. There's some heavy shit going on in there.
I'm down with that. What's the rent like? I mean, if the rent is good, I can handle a little bit of illegal
Babby,
slavery.
let's be honest.
drugs.
Your basement, underground base, and your compound is probably better than whatever that one is.
The one we already had.
It's probably
Well, first
not
of all,
probably
people
not
don't
gonna hold
escape from my
as many dead
basement.
bodies as the one you currently have.
People don't escape from my basement. These 2 sacks of shit got caught because she escaped from the compound. Clearly, they're incompetent.
Or the
Because-
compound's just not as secure.
Well, you have to have an underground bunker in your compound,
Yes.
and that's where you keep the people that you kidnap and enslave for sex.
This is Compound 101, people.
In case you didn't know,
Look,
let us learn you something real quick.
You always use wire. Don't use
yeah,
duct
it's much
tape
easier.
because
Yeah.
they can chew through that stuff, you see.
Well, in handcuffs, eventually, when you haven't fed them enough or they've refused to eat, like some sort of hunger strike, they can get skinny enough to slip the handcuffs if you're not really careful.
Or they might chew off their own hand to escape the horrors of their daily
But
life.
if they refuse to eat, then you gotta have a funnel on hand. This is
With salt.
Amateur.
Lots of salt.
Lots of salt.
Yeah, lots of salt, lots of
Keep
croissants,
that
because
salt content high.
those really do get down a funnel easily, especially with a little butter.
Having a lot of salt in your blood could save your life. Didn't you guys watch that episode of Star Trek?
No. No, none of us did, because it's an awful show that no one should ever watch.
Was that episode 53, season 1?
Yes, definitely it was. And now let's meet Mike. No.
Season 53.
Season 53, episode 400.
4,000.
About accurate.
No, what I recommend is what you do is you take and you get like beef jerky, probably a turkey jerky because it's a little lower in fat, cream of wheat, and you can find the strained carrots from the baby food. You grind up the beef jerky in a mortar and pestle and add water to reconstitute it. It softens it up and makes it fairly good. Mix the 3 together, and that's what you use to force feed down the funnel because it just slides right through.
I see.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
It's
just
relatively good health-wise. You're getting carbs, vegetables, proteins.
You've done that before.
You could just buy
never
Carnation instant breakfast and feed them that.
Oh well, if you want to be lazy, Martha Stewart would do it the way I do it. Thank you very much.
When you're feeding 300 people, you got efficiency.
Oh God, that's efficiency right there. Yeah, you have to have a working system in place to feed everybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
And if they're gonna spend 8 hours on the treadmill, then, I mean,
oh man, I just realized
to power the compound, you see.
You can see the box of Tootsie Pops in my camera that I bought, like this giant.
Yeah, I saw that at the beginning. I was going to mention it, but I thought it was too sad to mention.
Yeah, well, they had some at work, and then I bought them at the warehouse store
Why
instead
would a grown man eat that many Tootsie Pops?
I don't know, because I'm going to give away the leftovers in Halloween, because there's going to be a lot.
That makes sense.
It's still mostly full. It's like 100 fucking lollipops, but it was like $10.
God damn.
It was like $10 or $15, and I was just like, I really want Tootsie Pops. Oh, I guess I'll get that.
Good Lord.
It's a treat.
You really need something in your mouth to suck on.
It's a treat for the people in the basement.
Just saying.
Occasionally instead of the funnel, you shove it down their throat. Huh?
Did you just take a trip to the dentist?
Completely unrelated.
Let's pretend it wasn't.
So let's just make this clear. So, Stabby, you're disgusting.
Yes. I'm
Thank
insane.
you, thank you. So, 40 Mike, you got some sort of shit going on. So, like a mass sweatshop thing going on in your basement.
Yeah.
You're talking about 300 people. I guess you got to be making something illegal.
You gotta have enough people to power the compound. You see, it's
Very
about
true.
self-sustainment.
And
You gotta be off the grid. You see.
That's really
and then we have a
environmentally conscious
militiaman.
of you. Thank you.
And Class is a terrorist, of course.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a
hold on.
terrorist.
What's your
So
deep?
am I the only sane one here?
You
No.
play baseball.
Here's the twist.
It's true. Okay.
It's always the person that seems like the sane one. Like, oh, he's not insane at all. You've got the most fucked up shit. Of all.
I want to see your compound. Man.
Exactly.
If you look at Hearth's like Google search results, it's all like Leathercrafts by Ed Gein.
Oh, good lord.
Which if nobody knows who Ed Gein is the guy who
Every slasher movie was based on it.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre was based off of him, and there's a couple other ones that were based off of him.
Psycho.
And essentially, he kept bones and skin as what do you call it?
He's pretty crazy.
Trophies. So like he had like a chair made out of human skin, like it was covered with human skin, like lampshades out of human skin.
The
I think
terrorist.
he like stretched out vaginas and put them on the wall or something. He's pretty fucking sick.
Well, that doesn't make it, does it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't they call them curtains? I just wanted some curtains. Yay.
Yeah, Class started the damn sound effects. Now I gotta go with him.
The terrorist has shown his
Oh, we've got the militia member on our show.
face.
Finally.
And his ears. I don't
Yes.
think I've ever seen his ears before.
Holy crap, he has ears.
Yeah,
I didn't think you had them. Yeah, that's a good point.
skeleton ears. Oh no.
And you can see the nasty back parts of them.
Ah!
Who doesn't wash behind their ears?
That's
You
a
just do that
callback.
while you're fucking washing your hands.
I-
It's so easy.
I don't wash behind my ears, and I assume nobody else does.
I'm gonna
weird.
defend Class in saying that washing behind your ears is like the traditional place where everyone doesn't wash. And like, don't forget to wash behind your ears.
That's why I do it though. Every time I shampoo, I think that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably do that, and just like fucking scrub behind my
I'm
ears.
about a
So you hear like an
50-50
old grandma
degree.
voice in your shower when you're winking it.
What do you mean? You hear an old grandma voice in my shower? I've installed one behind the wall just to like remind me like
Old
what I might have
grandma?
missed. Yeah, totally. Hasn't everybody?
Is there a glory hole?
Not yet. On the glory hole, not yet.
Yeah, that can be a dual purpose thing.
Yeah, you should definitely go ahead and install that. When I installed my glory hole, I thought it was just going to be a minor thing, but wow.
It's really changed my life.
Life changer.
I just kicked
You know,
over.
join us at the compound in Maine because we're all gonna move to the compound in Maine.
I'm
You know what?
going insane.
I give you my word. If I ever win the lottery, I'm building a goddamn compound in Maine, and you're all invited rent free. We'll start a
Okay.
cult. It'll be fun.
But I feel like actually I do live in Maine. What am I
I
talking
hope you like carnation instant breakfast.
Yeah, finally, you see, my problem is I have the body of a 22-year-old model, right? But I am running out of freezer space. So, excellent.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my God.
If we go far enough north, you just you just dig down into the permafrost, and that's where you keep your corpses fresh.
hmm
Loving someone means never having to say you're sorry, especially if you're a necrophiliac.
That's brilliant, Stabby.
What? Oh, digging into the permafrost? I'm pretty
all your
smart guy.
dead, but we should just move to the Arctic. And it's like,
Move to the
all your
Alaska.
bodies are
Yeah,
preserved
you know what?
for
We
free.
should become like, what do you call them? Eskimo emperors. We can just rule over them because we're, I don't know, we have flags. That's how the ancestors did it, right?
And
I
right
think
up
Spain did that essentially with flags and sex.
Yeah. If you
Spain
show up,
just took
Oh, yeah.
places over by fucking everyone and bringing
And
flags.
You put a flag
they
down?
had smallpox too.
you own that place.
So planting your flag is like an innuendo.
The Baron of Arizona told me that's how it works.
So a couple of us need to go into virology, learning how to make and manufacture weaponized viruses, is what you're saying? Hey!
Yeah.
Okay,
By the way,
I can
hi
do
to Stan, the
We've been saying that from the start, Stabby.
yeah.
permanently designated NSA agent that listens to all of our stuff and watches our Skype chats.
Oh, what's his name?
It's pronounced Nashaw.
I think it's
okay.
Officer Dan.
Officer Dan?
Yeah.
I thought it was Stan. I got it wrong.
Stan.
Oh no, you know I was thinking
Stan
of from the that show, not Family Guy, but the other one.
American
Dad.
Dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's Officer
we would-
Dan.
Shout out to America.
We would never merit that kind of specialized attention.
I had an American flag around here. Oh, there.
I had an American fag around here, but
We didn't quite get the crotch shot.
he got chased off.
You know what? I think on that it is a good time for us to go.
No,
By all means, if you want to leave us a comment
we're not going to end this podcast.
Hey,
filled with hate and dislike of us, we really appreciate it.
What's our email?
Number one.
Thumbs down the video.
What's our email?
gropeygamers@gmail.com.
Yay! Tell us how many dicks to suck, or how much you hate us, or how we
Because
should kill
you're
ourselves.
the internet and we love you.
42 is always the answer to that. Come on now.
Hey, I've been